Hi, good morning, or actually it's afternoon, isn't it? I am back again. I just woke up about an hour ago, so bear with me. It's so good to be here today. Today I would like to talk about survival, domestic violence. To me, that is another subject that I would love to get out there and let you all know. And no matter what, mental health issues, addiction, whatever you're going through in your life, just know that you're not alone. Okay? I can't say that enough. You are not alone in any of what you're going through in your life. Um, I know for some people it's hard to find resources, so if you need resources, please contact me. I'm full of, I can find you anything that you need. I can use the materials and use the tools that I have been taught to be able to help you get through whatever it is that you're going through at this point. So, domestic violence to me is a touchy subject. It's very hard to talk about, but a lot of it is because I put myself in the situations and I got going back for more. Um, but I have no excuses for my addiction. I have no excuses for my mental health issues. I have no excuses for the domestic violence and all of the rapes that I have endured in my life. I blame nobody. Yeah, I do blame myself still, but that's just a part of it. But you should never, ever blame yourself. It is not your fault. Um, so, with all that said, in my relationships from the time I was, and the reason I keep sniffing is because it's dry in my apartment. I keep that saline stuff in my nose, and it's a little damp right now. So it's just a part of what I'm going through right now. I don't know why I felt like I had to explain that. Some of my problems is I feel like I have to explain myself to everyone, but you really don't have to. I do just to give certain people peace of mind or whoever peace of mind. Like, no, I'm not doing what the thing. The little shelf needs to be fixed. And the reason you always see me going like that or like that, because part of my anxiety is I can't explain it. It's like I feel like an itch or you know pieces of like electricity or whatever going through me, and it's just ugh, I can't stand it. Cheers, coffee time. So I feel like that. See, like my nose is itchy, and yeah, it's just a part of me. So if you see me doing that or whatever, I know it bugs you, it bugs me too. But it's just a part of it. I haven't taken my meds yet today either. Oh crap! I won't admit. So okay, so domestic violence is no joke. I think it started maybe when I was in my mid-20s. It seemed like everything started in my mid-20s as far as getting into everything, when I put my son up for adoption, I went downhill, big time downhill. Nothing else mattered to me. I didn't care. All I wanted was my son, and I wanted to be better so that I could have my son. But unfortunately, my life took me into a different direction, and I'm so blessed that I made that choice to give my son up for adoption, because there is no way in hell that I could have dragged him through what I went through. And I'm very grateful for the people that took him in and adopted him and raised him. Because there's just no way I could have him witness what I went through, especially the beatings and every time I turned around, he had a black eye or a broken rib. So I have suffered healed fractured. I suffered a fractured skull. It's what they call now a healed fractured skull because it was never treated because I never knew that I had it until I had blood clot in my brain, and then they found it. But there's nothing they can do about that now. I do have a lot of headaches, and but I know what it's due to, and I know what to do about it. So, yeah, I've had a drill, ketocortis drill through my leg. He put it up to my head. I'm not going to get into all details, but put it this way. With this guy, I ended up in a safe house, and I was there for 6 months. I was in one for 3 months, and then they moved me to another one after they convicted him for 3 months. They thought that they would have to move me after they convicted him because they was afraid his family would come after me and, sorry, just that particular thing just, that's when I was diagnosed with PTSD. But the detectives were just wonderful to me. I had to go through the back of the courthouse, and I got to go to every proceeding. And they, even in the safe houses, we still had to get a restraining order, which he never knew. Nobody knew where I was. Nobody was allowed to know where I was. So my parents were allowed to give the detectives. It was around Christmas time, which is one of the worst times this could have happened. But, my parents and my family made sure that I had Christmas gifts and cigarettes. They would bring me they got me 4 cartons of cigarettes to last me. Back then, it's been 20-some years ago, you could smoke in there. But it was a pretty nice place. Of course, I had to sign papers to never disclose where these places were or whatever, but they were fantabulous places. So I was so bad on crack then. I remember my very, very good friend that I met in there. She pretty much took care of me after. She took me in and wrapped me around her wings. She was going through some stuff too, so she would have to put her, the lady working at that time. I remember them. I was going through bad withdrawals at that time, off of crack cocaine and alcohol. That they had to. I was craving something sweet, so a little cereal bowl full of sugar, and yeah. And I remember that's all I could eat at the time was they had to pour sugar in me. There was no way I was going to the hospital or doing that and this and going to detox. That was just out of the question at that time. So yeah, I got fed bowls of sugar. That kind of helped my withdrawals and my detox. I got through it. I was bruised from head to toe. I was devastated. They did give me my own room, which was upstairs. And I was by myself up there because I needed to be. I was bruised from head to toe. It was awful because at the police station where they took the pictures and stuff, I had to take off all my clothes. It was that bad so that they can get all the pictures. It was just horrifying. So they did find the guy, and he did... because he drilled the windows and the door shut, and I could not get out. Eventually I did, but I had no clothes on, so I'm running to a neighbor's house with no clothes on, and it was devastating for me, but her 12 years old, I think he was, son answered the door, and he's like, "Mom, get to the door. There's blood everywhere, all over her." Yeah, it was pretty bad. "Mom, get a blanket. Hurry." I just remember him telling his mom that. And she came down. She's like, "Oh my God." He grabbed the blanket. This little 12-year-old grabs me a blanket and puts it around me. And it was cold. He's like, "Get in here." So I did. And she called 911 right away. And, they went to go knock on his door. And of course, he's not answering. And they couldn't bust in because they didn't have a search warrant or anything. Well, this is the worst abuse that I have ever endured with anyone. Excuse me, they got him with 7 counts of domestic violence because he was my boyfriend and we lived together. Kidnapping and felonious assault. And they put all those charges on him because they wasn't about to, that's how they were going to plea bargain with him. And I agreed, yeah. So they stuck a bunch of stuff on him so that the felonious assault and kidnapping would stick. So anyway, I ended up going to the hospital, getting checked out. But I was pretty devastated and just, so thank you to that friend and your son that helped me. If you ever get to see this, you guys saved my life, literally. Anyway, so he got 3 years on felonious assault and 3 years on the kidnapping charge. And the reason they got him for kidnapping was because I was held against my own will in the house for over 30 minutes. So they was able to get that charge stuck. He got 3 years for each offense. And he got out in 3 years, and they promised me. I feel like they lied to me. The parole board didn't get a hold of me. That he got good time, and back then you had good time and got out early. I was not informed, so to this day I still watch my back. I can't to this day, even though it's been a long, long time. It's part of my PTSD. I don't like doors shut. People yell at me, I cringe. If I don't feel safe in a situation, I walk away. Or I try to get out of where I'm at really fast. So that's just something, that's a life sentence. It's just something that I have to deal with. But I know that I'm okay now. But with this man, I do watch my back. Because you just never know. I've had a few panics that, oh no, that's him, or and I immediately turn around so that if it is him, he doesn't notice me, and I walk out the room or walk out of the store or wherever I see him at. So I stay away from the places that this happened from. So it's hard. I don't even go downtown Cincinnati anymore. It's just too much. Anyway, I just want you guys even for men, this is for men as well, because men do endure domestic violence also. I think it's for children, they endure it. Everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, it happens. And, now the shootings, I just wish there was world peace and, everybody get along, but, you just have to stay away from all that. Anyway, so I did get out of the safe house, and when I got out, I was homeless. But the girl that friended me there, and she wasn't able to go back home either, so we kind of stuck together for probably a year, maybe. Um, yeah, so yeah, about a year, and things seemed to have worked out. We stayed in hotels, and this and that. Anyway, I myself know that with every relationship I had was either mental abuse or physical abuse, and I mostly endured the physical abuse. To a certain situation, I kept going back because crack cocaine was involved and I needed my drug, you know, and it was the only way I knew how to get it. So I kept going back. But after that beating, I never went back again. I could have died, you know. There's lots of instances that I could have died and I didn't. The graces of God, let me tell you. Thank you, Jesus. There is help out there. Women Helping Women was there with me through the whole thing, with every domestic violence that I had, and I did press charges when I did. Women Helping Women was there. So what I'm doing now is I am putting in the comments their phone number. So there's Women Helping Women's phone number. If you are, I don't know what the laws are anymore, just because I don't allow that for myself, so I just stay away from men, and you know, I take care of myself, and it would be nice to have a cuddle buddy, but you know, anyway, Women Helping Women is a terrific, terrific place. There are places that you can go to be safe if you don't feel safe. There's one particular place that I'm not allowed to mention, but the police and Women Helping Women can direct you towards those places where you can take your children with you as well. So there is help, especially in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, I'm not sure of other states, but if you Google is a wonderful tool to use. You know, usually the detectives and Women Helping Women will direct you into the right place so that you can be safe with your children if you have children or if you're alone. But know that you're never alone. The most thing, you know, I thought I'm the only one. And this goes with the rapes that I endured as well, that you're not alone. And you don't have to be the victim anymore. You're a survivor. I'm a survivor. I choose not to be the victim anymore. I choose not to, I ain't scared. Bring it on, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what to do now. I told Mac's husband, I said, I'm telling you right now, if you ever hit me, I'm going to cut your wiener off. And I meant it. I meant it. Oh, I did. I didn't care. I was going to hurt him. Well, he thought that, I'm going to push your buttons and see. Well, put it this way. He hit me, slapped me in my face, and I drop kicked him and broke his ribs, broke two of his ribs. And we went to the hospital. Oh, yeah, we had to call 911. He was hurting. So, yeah, no man wants to mess with me at this point because I will hurt you. I know what to do and I have my tools. So, it's kind of funny. That something else I did not let you know. I wasn't going to put up with it. I wasn't, you know. He was the last man to ever touch me. The last man to ever put his hand on me. Because after the last time he put his hand on me, you know, we had cats. We had a waterbed. So it happened again, and he was passed out drunk in the water bin. And I was like, I found a little pin, little needle-like thing. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. I really do. So, I was hungover myself, I took the little pin and I went by him and I sat on the water bin, not to make it move, but I sat on the side rail. And I was like, I'm going to get you, son of a bitch. Guarantee you'll never hit me again. I put 2 little tiny holes in the bed. I didn't care if there was water wherever. He was going to learn his lesson. I put the holes in the bed. And he woke up. He was soaking wet. All the water was gone. Didn't care. I was going to leave him there. I did leave him there. What the hell? He woke up. What's this? What happened? And I said, oh, well, I guess one of the cats got on the bed and probably poked a hole in it. And I hadn't believing it for a long time. And then I finally said, as he was getting ready to hit me again, and I said, you remember those holes that were in the water bed? Now do you want to hit me? Because I did it. You want to do it again? He didn't. He walked away. And I said, now you walk away from now on. And he was the last man to ever hit me. That was the last time I was ever abused. I fought back every single time. So, I don't think he'd get drowned because the water was draining out, but I was really hoping that he wouldn't. I wouldn't hurt a flea, but I was gonna get back. It was hilarious. I laugh about it now, but I just didn't care. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. Let me tell you that. I know that for a fact. If you are in danger, if you need help, call 911 or contact your local authorities. You can go get a restraining order if you're afraid to leave. You can be put somewhere. Make sure you press charges. Because if they're going to hit you, they're going to hit the next person and the next person and the next person if they keep getting away with it. And that's just how the cycle goes. And I stayed in that cycle for years and 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 years. I stayed in that cycle. And I thought, I'm never going to get out of this cycle. How do I do it? But I had to learn who people was, where I could go, and get my resources straight. And that's what I did. I did what I could to get out of the situations at hand, even though, it takes years to actually, I forgot what it was called because I learned it in rehab, but, you can get clean, but still you are still going through things. You might think that you're clear-headed and you're not actually. So just be careful. Go seek help immediately if you are in that situation. Don't contact me. Contact your local authorities. That is the most important. If you're somewhere else in the United States or somewhere else in the world, take caution and contact your local authorities. They will absolutely help you. Do not be afraid to leave because there is help. I'm not sure of the laws everywhere else. It's a lot of research that I would have to do, and I wouldn't know where to begin. I do know where to begin, but I don't have the patience to get every state laws and stuff like that as far as that's concerned. But please, seek help immediately. Nobody deserves it, and you're not alone. It's not your fault. I always thought that, during what's happened to me, it was all my fault because I was drunk and I let it happen to me. No, that is not. And I hate that too. because the court say, well, you was drunk. What did you do? And like I said, it's a two-way street, and you get the blame for it. And I chose not to let that get to me. So what if I was drunk? I knew what I was doing, and I said no. But let's not get into that. But there are people out there that'll help you, and please go get help. And I'm not going to stress that enough. Go get help. As far as links and other women helping women, and you contacting your authorities are enough to get your help. But get out now, please. And if you have children, your children don't deserve to see all that. And if you argue with your husband or your significant other and you have children, take it outside. Don't let your kids hear it. They don't need to hear that. Try to talk about it. If you're having an argument, try to stay calm and talk about what and try to understand each other, why the situation happened. To men and women, walk away. Go get some fresh air. Call somebody and talk about it. Both parties. It just, there's a lot of unnecessary stuff going on between a couple or your partner or whatever. And it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't have to be that way. So I am happy now. I do live alone. I've lived alone for a long time. And now I can say I'm okay in my skin. I'm okay. It's over with. But I still, in some instances, feel like I need to be safe. Like, I know I'm safe at the doctor's office, and they shut the door, but my instinct always says, can you crack the door a little? Please don't shut it. I've done that a few times just because I was just in that frame of mind of thinking about things. I try not to think about it and try not to think about the past, but, it's hard to do. It's easier said than done. I think that the most thing for that I did was I knew that I needed to seek help. I needed somebody to talk to. You don't have to go through this. Nobody does. And just know that, okay? I can't stress that enough. I just really can't. And I'm just truly blessed that my son didn't have to go through what I had. I'm just so glad that he didn't have to go through what I did. I don't know what I would have done had he been in my life. So, with that said, I really have a lot to say on this subject, a whole lot. I've pretty much covered, and I'm telling you how I am now. Yes, I'm sick, and I am looking for a home health care to come take care of me now. But just please, if you're an addict, an alcoholic, if you have endured or are enduring anything now, please seek help, because you're not alone and the help is out there. And just know you're a survivor. You are not the victim when you go get that help. If you do contact women helping women, you let them know that you're in a situation. They will help you. I do know legal aid. If you have no income, legal aid here in Cincinnati, Ohio will help you with a divorce if you want to get out of your marriage for free. They helped me, and they did a wonderful job. So, yeah, but just know that you're not alone. There is help. There are people out there for you. And it is okay. You will be just fine. You will be okay. I promise. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep this short because I'm not really feeling good today. Like I said, I'm in the second stage of my COPD. I went out yesterday and it kind of wore me out. And I've ignored my health because of what I put myself through. And I know it's not my fault, but it is my fault. I just don't like pointing fingers at myself. I really don't anymore because it's just not going to get me anywhere. Just really isn't. And I'm really down on myself about it, but I know deep in my heart that I should not be down on myself about me being sick now. So with all that said, I am taking action to get better, and I will do whatever it takes. You know why? Because I did whatever I took to go get my drug, and did whatever I could do to get my alcohol. Now I'm going to do whatever I can to get healthy again, to get stronger. Because right now I'm very weak. You can't tell, but I'm very weak. And it sucks. I'm devastated. I'm 52 years old, and I love family. I love my friends, and I know that everyone has their own life, and they have a lot on their plate. And I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. That's a true fact, because I stopped feeling sorry for myself a long time ago. I did this to myself. And it's part of suffering the repercussions of my actions in the past. Now I try to live in the future, and that's all you can do, is you let go of that past, and you just keep on thinking about your future and the present 24/7, one day at a time. For me, it's 1 second at a time at this point with my health, because I don't know where it's going to go next. So, but with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and do a blog every day, just because if there's something I think about, I will let you guys know and get you resources for it. Please, if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and please subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you contact me if you have any questions. I'm not the cops. I'm just me, and I've been through it and want to help people like me. Because there's a lot of people that are in the closet, and you need to get it out. Get out of the closet. Throw away all your masks. And say, hey, I need help. And I guarantee, and I promise you with all of my heart, that you will get that help. May God bless you all. Thank you all for watching. I don't know if I gave you enough information, or, I did what I thought I knew I could do. I'm doing what I think I can do. But parents, if you're struggling with your child, and I can't get this out enough, if you are struggling with your child, there is help. Don't whip them. Don't cause them any more pain than they're already going through, because your child is probably going through a lot. Ask them. Say, what can you do to make it better? Help me. You ask your child, help me understand. Please talk to me, and let your child know that they are safe talking to you as parents. That is, and without judgment. You be there for your child. Don't whip them. Don't ground them because they did this or that. Get them to trust you and to let you know what it is that is causing them to act out or causing them to do what they're doing. And I guarantee that they will say, this is what's going on. And don't mention getting help right away. Just be there as a parent. And then after a little while, if you see them hurting themselves too much, then you say, hey, I feel, use I feel statements. That I feel concerned. I feel that you need to go get help. So I am going to take you to go get that help. Whether they agree or not, because you are the parents. Sometimes I forget, and sometimes I need a kick in the ass. Constructive criticism is a good thing. You think people are putting you down. They're not. I'll let you know that right now. They're not putting you down. They're telling you it's because they love you and they see you self-destructing. And I have, I know this IMView game that I play, virtual world. And, you can do everything in it, and I'm not doing this to promote the game either. But it's when I am sorrow, like I was just sitting here jamming, listening to music, because I don't listen to the news that much. Only before I go to bed I do, and then I like to catch up on what's going on in current events. So what I do to calm myself down now is music. I love music, I always did, and learn a lot. I'm an amateur DJ. I just do it for fun, just for IMView, and I have a blast with it. Yes, I'm explicit with it, and but I do have a few rights to play some music with some groups that I met, and actually met a lot of people on Twitter that I got rights to. Play my music, get it out there. So I do. Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings all the way. You guys need to listen to their music. Their music is just amazing. Jelly Roll tells it like it is, just like I'm telling you guys like it is, the way I am, except I can't sing. But if you go to YouTube and you listen to Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings, there's a few songs called Train Tracks. That reminds me of, I really related to that. But Smoking Section. If heaven only had a smoking section. And the song's talking about weed, and he was just like, he was with his brother, and they had a smoking section. I think I'm pretty sure, but I relate to that music because my mom. Tomorrow I may not be on here. I'm not sure what tomorrow's going to bring. I know that I have doctor's appointments, but tomorrow is a very is a day that I'm gonna remember my mom, and I'm gonna go IMView. I got a room that I am setting up for a memorial for my mom tomorrow. So and I'm gonna play all the music that she liked, and it's gonna be a fun day. So let's see. Am I babbling? It's okay. So you see me venting on Facebook. Well, I'm alone. I'm by myself, and it's better to talk to Facebook and better to talk to YouTube than no one at all. I do talk to God a lot. I talk to my mom. I talk to my brother Jimmy, but he's too busy tripping me and playing tricks on me. Yeah. He's a hoot. He's a hoot. He every Halloween I trip. I don't know what day or when it's gonna happen, but he trips me, that's for sure. And I then start laughing like, stop it. It's really funny. You just have to be spiritual, and you have to know that you have to believe in ghosts, and you just have to believe the spirituality part of it, because it's just magnificent. And my mom, they visit me. My mom and my brother visit me in my dreams all the time. They come and see me. Sometimes I wish my mom wouldn't know. I just really want her to go rest. But she has work to do. I guess she's out haunting people. I don't know. Or making people laugh. She makes me laugh. But sometimes you have to be careful of that, because it could be another entity taking her over. And it's the truth. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. Because then you guys really think I'm crazy. So, you all need to understand something about me. As I get to know myself, I'm nothing but a funny, silly nuthead. That's what I call myself on my name. A fun, silly nuthead. I'm goofy. I love telling jokes. I love hearing jokes. I wish I'd go dancing again. I miss dancing. I miss ice skating. My ankles will not hold up because I have osteoarthritis in them. Both my ankles. Excuse me, my stomach's growling. Excuse me again. My body just couldn't hold up going ice skating. And I would love to have an ice skating reunion. And I used to do that every Friday and Saturday night, and it was like my childhood thing to do. And I've gone with my sister. The last time I went, my sister and I went. So it's like, gosh, those things that I used to do, I would just love to have back, especially my ice skating. I just really want to go. But there's just no way that's going to happen. There's a lot of things I like to do. Go fishing and camping. That's really what I want to do, is go camping. I just really want to run away and go camping somewhere where it's warm. Yeah. And just go see the nature and enjoy the nature. So if you're feeling weary or whatever, just I Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. So everything I do is online as far as social wise. Pretty sad. But that's okay. I don't understand why people want to stay away from me, or, maybe it's just not me. It's just nobody really has time of the day anymore. Prices are going up, and, some people have 2 jobs, and God bless them. Because if it wasn't for those people having jobs, I wouldn't have what I have today in my life. And they are providing the tax money for me, excuse me, and for others to have what we have in our life. And I thank you all for that, for all of your hard work and your dedication. Not only taking care of your own life, but you are taking care of people like me. And I do appreciate that. You work hard. So with all that said, I'm going to get off here. I'm just not feeling it today. So I'm going to go jam out and go DJ for a while. And that'll make me feel better. So look for something that you like to do. If you're... Hold on. Just breathe. Alright, you guys, I need to get off here and chill out. But thank you all. Sorry you had to see that. It's now you see what I get through on a daily basis. Alright, you guys. God bless.